What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So for this one, I want to be as transparent as possible when it comes to this channel. So this is, it's about parenting, it's about mental health, it's about fitness, it's about being a good partner to my wife, um, and it is just how they all kind of coincide and coexist, and how having each of these checked off and taken care of supports the rest of what I do. So, um, so being fully transparent, today is a very late start to the day. So it's already 10 o'clock. Um, I woke up not feeling great. My mind was just down in the dumps today. I don't know why. I haven't picked up on why sometimes I wake up feeling the greatest in the world, and sometimes I wake up just not wanting to wake up. But um, today is one of those rough days, so I wanted to kind of just walk you through what it looks like for how I try to, at the very least, just shift the mindset a little bit, do some of the things that I've talked about in previous videos to just improve that mood, gain some creativity, be able to do work and function. So I'm going to just kind of show you some of these steps as well. I do just want to mention, when it comes to the mental health aspect, what I say and what I do not expect anyone to follow this along, because I am definitely not a qualified individual for this. These are things that I've noticed improvements in myself, and so I continue doing them because I see progress. But that doesn't mean that it's the right path for you. And the best option would always be to talk to a qualified individual, not just watch some random guy on YouTube. So keep that in mind when I'm showing you these. I'm not telling you that you should do this. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't do it, but this is just my experimentation, my real life, what I do to just try to be a functional human some days. So with that being said, I'm going to show you step one. So I literally just rolled out of bed 15 minutes ago, so at 10 o'clock, which is crazy, but that's just the truth of it. Is I struggled so hard this morning. So first thing I'm going to do to kind of try to shift that mindset is, this is just a water bottle. I have it on me pretty much all throughout the day, and I will drink multiple of these a day. But one of the things that I consistently try to do is whatever is left in here, because I literally, like, when I go to bed, I have this on my nightstand, so that if I'm thirsty in the middle of the night, I have something to sip on. And then when I wake up in the morning, I will finish this. So there's probably about this much left in there, so not a ton. But I'm going to drink the rest of this. And then as well, I have a full shaker cup of water here. And I literally am just going to mix in a scoop of greens and drink that. So that is going to be step number one. Today's going to look very different because it's just a really rough day, and some of the things that I would do in a normal routine order, I'm going to switch up because I feel like I need to get those done now to create some productivity. But I will share those with you as they come. So first things I'm going to do, I'm going to drink some water, drink some greens. Um, that is step number one for me. So I will see you for step number two.
Okay, so step number two, as you can see, is I am going outside and going for a walk. So fresh air for me invigorates me. I also, you can't see, but I have my headphones in and I'm listening to my favorite audiobook that always tends to put me into a better mood. So I listen to this series called Cradle, and it is just phenomenal. But yeah, so I try to get outside. Normally, my routine looks a lot different. Like I said, I'll wake up, I'll have my water, I'll have my greens, but then usually I'll eat my first meal. I'll get a little bit of work done. And then at some point later on, when I have some time available, I'll go for this walk. However, I felt like I need to get my greens in, get my hydration up, and then just head outside to just kind of clear my head and turn things around a little bit. And it did just that. So I went for a walk. This one was about 40 minutes. So typically I aim for anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes. And yeah, hit around 40 minutes. But honestly, the weather sucked, but I felt so much better after this walk. So That is step number 2.
Okay, so we're moving on to step number 3. So it is 11:30 now. So my walk was approximately about 45 minutes. Um, so now, honestly, already just from the walk, even though it was pretty yucky out there, um, feeling a lot better already. So now I'm making food, but because I didn't eat breakfast because I woke up so late, and I haven't eaten anything. I've only had my water and greens. Now I'm actually going to make some food, but I'm going to essentially eat what I would have eaten for lunch and for breakfast. So I guess we'll show you both of those all in one go.
All right, so I decided to switch to a voiceover because this was like a 15-minute clip here of me just talking about how I make my food. So I decided to speed things up and just give you the quick notes to this. So essentially, what I'm doing here is I am making my breakfast meal. My breakfast meal, I literally just melt some cheese and then crack 3 eggs over the top once it's cooked. And then I'll flip that and have like some runny yolk. But every morning, I typically will eat 3 whole eggs with a little bit of cheese. It creates like a crust underneath, and I just really enjoy it this way. So that is meal number 1. Very simple, didn't need a long drawn out explanation, so we cut that out pretty quick. But as well, I had a few things ready to go for my second meal that I ate with this. So, bam, barely even got it in camera view, but that is the egg. And then we are making a grilled sandwich with that. So, normally, these would be 2 separate meals. However, because I'm trying to make up for lost time because I slept too much, I am eating them both at once because I can. So, 2 buttered pieces of bread, 2 slices of cheese, which I decided to layer instead of just have them slapped together, and then 5 slices of just deli chicken breast or turkey breast, one of the two, some light mayo, and that is the sandwich. Grilled that up, and yeah. So again, with trying to stay on track and get my mental health in order, big part of that is fueling properly. So I just make sure that I get my good protein, I get a lot of micro macronutrients to my goals, and then yeah, pretty straightforward. So that is the finished result, but I am going to see you in the next clip.
Okay, one last thing before I start to eat. I'm just going to show you as well. I take some vitamins. So 2 fish oil, 1 magnesium. I also take magnesium at night. I have 2 multivitamin, 2 psyllium husk, so just for additional fiber, 1 chewable 500 milligram vitamin C, just because that's what our kids will take for vitamin C. So that's what I'm taking for vitamin C. And then I take 4,000 IUs, or 4 little tablets of vitamin D. Take a half a tablet of zinc because there's already a good dose in the multivitamin, so I don't want to overdo it. And then I also take 2 B12, 1,000 micrograms each, so 2,000 micrograms of B12. Not deficient in B12, but it is on the lower side of the spectrum, so I was told to just take couple thousand micrograms of B12. So that is the supplement stack. So the 2 B12s are sublingual, so I'll just pop those under the tongue, and the vitamin C is chewable, so I'll chew that obviously. And then I just literally scoop up the rest and down these. But yeah, that is the vitamins. Stacy always thinks I'm like the weirdest person because I just take them all literally in one scoop. But that is it. So I'm gonna eat, and then we'll see what the rest of the video has to bring.
All right, so here I am. I'm honestly, full transparency, I'm not in an actual video call, but I just wanted to throw it in there just so you can see what my day actually looks like. So I'll be on a few different video calls, just touching base with clients that I work with, and go over some things like that. So this is fake, but nonetheless, this is kind of what the actual day looks like. So um, I just wanted to throw that in just so you can see how I kind of balance things out. But with this, I will literally, in between calls, whenever I have a time, I'll throw in some exercises just to keep moving. So that's what you're going to see coming up next. I've been feeling pretty good since that walk and eating and everything. So I started getting ambitious and thought to myself, oh, maybe I will break out the equipment and start rebuilding the garage gym now that the weather is getting a little bit better. But then I decided not to because one, it's miserable weather outside. Right now, I'm already at pretty much max capacity for what I can do today. So I decided to just stick with exercising in the house, and we'll build the garage another time. Maybe I'll make a full video out of it, just showing what goes into that. Not that there's much that goes into it, but yeah. So these are just some exercises that I did. So literally all I did today was pull-ups and then some overhead pressing. That's it. But keeps me moving, keeps me happy, keeps my mind right. So I love it. All right, so that is it for the video. Those are the steps that I take to try to improve my mental health, to get into a more productive mindset when I am struggling right from the get go. So, hopefully, you enjoyed this video. Um, Let me know in the comments if you want to see more like this, with just the full transparency of the struggle, how I kind of overcome it, and what I do to just make sure that it might not be the most productive day, but at least things are getting done. It gets me out of that funk. My mind is so much clearer right now. I feel like I can construct my thoughts better, I can communicate better. So, overall, big success. But yeah, if you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and until next time, peace.